Okay, so what is the primary object? It is the breath. And the reason we call it the primary object is the breath is going to be consistently changing. We often don't think about our breathing, yet even when we observe it or consciously think about the breath, we think, okay, I have this inhale and I have this exhale, and that constitutes the structure of breath or breathing. And the reality is that the breath has many stages to it. So even within the inhale, there are several stages to the inhale. And at the end of the inhale, there's also this transformation into the exhale. And so by observing the breath, we could gain a lot of insights and wisdom about life, and along with our self, our identity. And we can see that the breath is consistently changing, never the same, because your inhale on one occasion can be a very long and soothing inhale. And after the exhale and the next inhale arises, it can be very short. And so when we observe the breath, we begin to see these changes, and we can become curious to learn more about why these things are happening. Now, the reason we have this as the primary object is the mind, if not trained, can become very distracted, and it could go off into other areas, such as the sounds that we're hearing or the way we are feeling. Especially if we're doing seated meditation, we may feel some pain in the knees, and our mind may become active, and these start to move into the secondary object, which I'll talk about in the next video. So the primary object is the breath. We will focus on the characteristics of the inhale and exhale. So what I want you to do is place your hands to your stomach. And when you inhale, I want you to observe what type of sensations are you feeling. The exhale comes. Observe the sensations that you're feeling. Okay, so when we inhale, we notice that the body's lifting. Perhaps there's some tension in the stomach. We exhale, the opposite. We could see that the body is starting to move down, the pelvic bowl tucks under, right? So if I stick out my stomach, what you'll see when you inhale is that there's a rising of the belly. And when you exhale, there is a falling of the belly. And this is very noticeable when you look at a baby who's sleeping and is very relaxed. Their stomach is rising and falling. And so this is a very natural state for the conscious mind and body to be in. Very restorative, very relaxed. So this is going to be our main focus, using the noting mind. And in another video, I will explain the noting mind in more detail. But for now, when we feel the rising of the abdomen, we want to make the mental note of rising. And when we have the sensation that the abdomen is falling, we want to make the mental note falling, because this is the reality of what is happening. The stomach is rising, I'm taking an inhale, so I want to put my conscious mind on the experience that I'm having right now. When the falling is occurring, I want to place my consciousness on the experience that's happening right now, and this is going to start to cultivate more awareness and mindfulness, the concentration, focus, and effort. And so this sums up the primary object, and let's move into the secondary object.